Yeah, we closed right on top of it. So we'll call the meeting to order, and the invocation this evening will be given by Councilperson Tucker and pledged by Councilperson Gann.
Father God, we thank you for allowing us to meet at this appointed time. Thank you for the health of all the members, and thank you for just allowing everyone to be on the same accord. These and all blessings we ask in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, roll call.
Councilmember Robbins.
Here.
Councilmember Tucker.
Here.
Councilmember Justice.
Here.
Councilmember Gann.
Here.
Councilmember Brown.
Here.
Mayor Willis.
Here. Okay, you received in your packets a copy of the minutes from the council meeting held on March the 15th, 2021. Any corrections to those minutes? If not, do we have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Thank you for the motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you for that second. And, all in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So those minutes have been approved. Public hearing this evening for the approval of a 040 retail beer on and off premises only, and a 060 retail table wine on and off premises for Provision Cheese and Wine Shop, LLC, located at 101 East Bridge Street, Wetumpka, Alabama. So we will enter into the public hearing, and is there anyone here to speak against this? Okay, no one here to speak against it. Anyone here to speak in favor of this? Stand up and tell us who you are, what you're doing.
Do I need to get on camera?
Not necessarily.
My name is Dustin Lawrence. This is my wife, Kate Lawrence, and we are military transplants. We've been here for just about 2 years now. I'm getting ready to retire from the military after 23 years. And our daughter and son are going to university here, and their daughter has blessed us with 2 grandbabies, and we want to settle down here in Wetumpka permanently. So we thought, why not start our own business? And we brought our passion of cheese and wine from all of our time traveling internationally, and we're really excited to offer that to the local. Is it Wetumpkians or Wetumpkanites? I'm not sure.
We've been called a lot of things.
I was Googling it the other day. I'm not quite sure. We need to figure that one out. But no, we're really excited to be here. We appreciate everybody's support. We promise to try our best to continue to be positive contributors to the community. So thank you.
Okay. Anyone else to speak in favor of this? Okay, we'll call the public hearing to a close, and we'll move forward. No old business this evening. New business this evening would be the approval of a 040 retail beer on and off premises only, and a 060 retail table wine on and off premises for Provisions Cheese and Wine Shop, LLC, located at 101 East Bridge Street, Wetumpka, Alabama. Do we have a motion to move forward with this approval?
So moved.
Thank you for the motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you for the second. Any discussion on this? All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, so that has been granted. Thank you. Item 2 would be ordinance 2021-1 to amend ordinance 2015-3 and authorize Sunday liquor sales at restaurants, hotels, and nightclubs that are on-premise licensed vendors in Alabama to begin sales at 10 a.m.
Ready for
Okay,
first read?
this is the first read.
It's
Okay.
an ordinance to amend ordinance number 2015-3, an ordinance to authorize Sunday liquor sales in the city of Wetumpka. Be it ordained by the council of the city of Wetumpka, Alabama as follows. Section 1 of ordinance number 2015-3 adopted on the 6th day of April 2015 is hereby deleted and the following substitute in its place. Section 1, that restaurants, hotels, and nightclubs located in the corporate limits of the city of Wetumpka that are on-premises licensed vendors under Alabama law are hereby authorized to sell, dispense, and permit the consumption of alcoholic beverages on their premises on Sundays between 10 a.m. and to 9:30 p.m. and on Sundays, which occurs New Year's Eve, December 31st, after 12 o'clock p.m. as allowed by law. And let it be further be ordained that the text of the ordinance to authorize Sunday liquor sales in the city of Wetumpka shall now be set out in full to wit. Section 1. The restaurants, hotels, and nightclubs located in the corporate limits of the city of Wetumpka that are on premises licensed vendors under Alabama law are hereby authorized to sell, dispense, and permit the consumption of alcohol beverages on their premises on Sundays between 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Sundays on which occurs New Year's Eve, December 31st, after 12 p.m. as allowed by law. Section 2, the city of Wetumpka hereby reserves the right to enact by ordinance such policies as it seems appropriate to regulate any aspect of Sunday alcoholic beverages sales. Section 3, any portion of another ordinance of the city of Wetumpka that conflicts with provisions of this ordinance is hereby repealed. Section 4, if any provision of this ordinance shall be declared unconstitutional or otherwise invalid, it shall have no effect on the remaining provisions of this ordinance. Section 5, this ordinance shall become effective upon the adoption and publication as required by law.
Okay, so this will appear back on the agenda the next council meeting.
Right.
Okay, item 3 on the new business, approve professional service agreement for architecture and engineering for a new fire station. Chief Willis.
Like the agenda item says, this is for professional services, for architecture and engineering for a fire station to be designed and built on the west side of the river. The location is across from Martin's Collision or Bertarelli's Bait Shop in what's the old Coosa Crossing, those business buildings there that backs up to our old municipal ball fields. This is, again, for the professional services. Goodwin Mills and Kaywood has been working with us for quite a while now in the conceptual stuff to determine what we want, how many truck bays, how many people we want to be able to house, to determine the square footage. And we have a basic estimate based on the square footage we've come up with and then just a cost per square foot. But this is the point where they have gone about as far as they can go without billing us for anything. We need to enter into an agreement so they can start putting the electrical and the mechanical and the fire protection systems and all that, and start really getting down in the weeds into designing this thing. I think what we have is probably I hate to say worst case scenario with number because the way materials are going crazy. But as far as square footage, I think it's a worst case. I think there's going to be opportunities probably to reduce some things. But it's been 50 years since the station over there was built. It's time for us to be able to spread out a little bit and take the west side from just being a metal building that holds 3 trucks to something we could staff with full-time and part-time people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Give us a great presence over there with what all we've been investing. This will just geographically, response time, central location, this will continue to be our primary, obviously, location related to administrative stuff. This will continue to be an important part and probably the cornerstone of our station distributions, but there will be some administrative capabilities on the other side. I think most of you know we've been working with the Board of Education on the Career Tech program where they do some public safety training, and so we're excited about the opportunity to let students come and do job shadowing and do some mutual training and that type of thing. So Freddie Lynn is here with Goodwin Mills and Kaywood. If anybody has any questions, I think this is pretty much a standard contract for what the state has for allow municipalities to enter into a professional service agreement.
Okay, any questions? Thank you. Okay, this is the first time also, so it will appear back on the agenda for the next meeting. Then item 4, permission to purchase security cameras for the sports complex. Mr. McGee's?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is just a camera system going in at the football field, but it is designed to cover the sports complex itself. So if you notice on there, there's different kinds of cameras, and the ones that are priced a little bit higher than the other, higher resolution cameras to stretch out further. We don't have internet throughout the entire complex, so we'll use the football field to cover that area. But otherwise, it's just a camera system that we'll be able to watch remotely on site around that football stadium.
Okay. This is something with the investment that the city has made over there as of probably now, and there's more to be added. We're at about $23 million of investment on those properties over there. And we do have and have had some issues over the years. And a couple of weeks ago, we did have an issue with some children. They acted like children. They were young people, but they were enjoying tearing up the parking lot, and we had just gotten it prepared to where we could put a surface on it, and they enjoyed tearing it up. But they did volunteer to come back and with some rakes and shovels, and they did smooth it back out, and I think they enjoyed doing that. And yeah, it was nice to volunteer to do it. But this is very much needed over there with the investment that we have.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. McGee?
Of course, this is a one-time cost. The only cost will be like if we have to upgrade years down the road or something. It's not a yearly fee that we have to pay.
No, there is a yearly fee, small yearly fee on some of in order for that system to work on the network. But there won't be nothing near this cost right here. This is the equipment only.
And is it something that we need to pass to get the security there as soon as possible, or is it just going to take him a couple of weeks anyway to get started?
I haven't asked you to suspend the rules, but I think we can wait 2 weeks to get that completed.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Will this cover only the football complex?
We'll use the football complex to cover the rest of the sports complex. So that there are some cameras on there that can cover a wider range. Most of it will be on that football field, but we will have outside coverage for the rest of it.
Okay.
And any of buildings that we have will certainly be covered. But a lot of traffic comes through there.
A lot of it.
So we've got some more development that we're looking at doing over there. And hopefully this would cover anything we do up around MLK.
That's correct. It's that is a little bit further out, but we'll be able to see motion, see what's coming in and out. The closer you are to the football field, the better the resolution is going to be.
All right, thank you. So that too will appear on the next agenda. And then item 5 this evening is permission for outboard motor boat races to use Gold Star Park, August the 7th and 8th. I guess that's a Saturday and Sunday. And they can't start, I believe it's an agreement with them that they can't start until after church is over on Sunday. It gets a little loud over there. But if you've never attended these boat races, it's quite interesting to go down and watch them. They have a good time. But, they don't run in a circle, Steve. They run straight.
My question was, I was trying to remember, since we've been on, it started, but they've been doing it for how long? 10 or 12 years?
Yeah, ever since I've been here. I was on the council when I first came.
Yeah, I remember, I don't think I was.
Probably 16 years, something like that. They have been here and, they do a good job. They come in and put it on, they man that thing, we block off the boat ramp for them. And since we have 2 boat ramps now, it makes it a lot easier if anyone wants to come go fishing, they go to the west side. But, it's, 2 days of a lot of shaking and moving down there. Okay, boards and committees, we have anything?
Need to vote on that.
So moved.
I'm sorry.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second?
Second.
Okay.
Probably missed you up by asking a question before you asked the
We
question.
won't say anything.
Yeah. My bad, I was bit by mistake. How about that?
Okay, all in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So that permission has been granted. Anything on boards and committees? Okay. Any announcements from any of you? You ready to adjourn?
So moved.
Okay, we stand adjourned.